Hello friends. So I seen a video, Rochelle over at Amethyst Ascension had done a video on summer decks. I don't know if it's a video response, aka VR, going around or not. She didn't add that on there. But I thought it would be fun to pull out some of my decks that are summery. It was funny because I follow her channel and her Facebook group and everything, and a lot of the decks she has, I have, so some of those will be in here and then some of them will be different, but we do have a lot of the same decks. So I'm gonna jump right in. They're in no particular order. They're just decks I pulled down, and I could went on and on and on and on and on, but I think I grabbed like 13 of them. So first up, the Pastoral Tarot. I don't use it much, but I have. It came with that pretty little bag. I'm not going to really go over books and all that, but it did come with a very lovely book. I believe this one's still out. You can still get it. Obviously, the box is gorgeous. This is a... what do we got going on here? This is a landscape deck, but here's the backs. So all the cards are landscape, and it's very, very summery, very nostalgic deck for me. Like this here looks like a really hot day. It's gorgeous, it really is. It's just kind of hard sometimes. I mean, we have the crops growing here. It's just kind of hard sometimes to use a landscape deck. But it's one I think that I'll always keep in my collection. Yeah, here we have very summery vibes. Out there painting, selling fruit, got the fruit stand going on. Take what you need, pay what you can. And I'm not gonna take forever on a deck either, because I've got so many of them, and I don't want my volume to end up running out. If I do longer videos, for some reason they cut off. I'm not sure why. But that is the Pastoral Tarot. Look at there. Very summery. The Death card. The Sun. Pastoral Tarot. Pastoral Tarot. However in the world you say it. I could not wait for this deck to come out. I waited like 3 months for it because I think I pre-ordered it or something. Yes. And it just wasn't coming, and I got so frustrated. Next, I have Forest of Enchantment. There's going to be a bit of a glare. This deck comes with a gorgeous, gorgeous guidebook. All of the Llewellyn decks like this do, I feel. There's going to be a glare, but that's okay. So here's the backs. This is a favorite for many people, but very underrated. Now, the reason I don't use this deck a whole lot, I use it for myself, but I don't use it for clients, because they've changed the names. I am not one who likes name changes to cards, but nonetheless, this deck is just amazingly beautiful. That's kind of like mermaid vibes there, even though I don't think she's a mermaid, but look how beautiful. I mean, the deck is, there's really no words for this deck. It's just, oh my gosh, so gorgeous in all its glory, right? But I do wish that they hadn't have, look, I love this, the three bears. I just wish that they hadn't changed the names. I mean, I can read with it. It's just not, I don't love the name changes. I wish they wouldn't have done that. But yeah, I feel like this one gives off some summery vibes. Gotta love the dragon. So, again, this one is the Forest of Enchantment. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Wow, just looking at it, I think I'll bring it in my room to do my some personal readings with. I've just been so stuck on my one of my newest editions that I just don't make the time. See, I mean, I was so mixed up at first, a long time, way back when I first got this. I had printed these out because the name changes were like, wow. I mean, for the better part, you can figure them out, but I don't want to have to study a card while I'm doing a reading, you know what I mean? I want to pick up my deck and go. I don't do deck reviews and all that to see if the deck's going to love me like I see a lot of people doing. I mean, if you do you, boo. But if I buy a deck, I'm either going to like it or not. It's not the deck's choice to like me. So this is the Green Witch. This was at one time my go-to. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how much I love this deck. I don't use it much anymore, but it's one that will remain. It's pretty worn because, like I said, it was at one time my fave. So I thought that this one was a pretty summery choice. And again, they have renamed some of the cards in this deck, but it doesn't bother me. It's not so much. I mean, we still have the Ten of Wands is the Ten of Wands. The Battle Wagon is the Chariot. And obviously, you can tell, you know, that that's the Chariot. The Athame is Swords. I mean, look how, oh gosh, it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. The Horned God for the Emperor. Out here by the running, raging little stream or river here. So again, very summery vibes. Got a lot of greenery in this deck, which I love. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. I need to take this one back out. It's been in its box for too long. Just beautiful. See here, they've changed nature, or they've changed the devil to nature, but you can get it with this deck. Whereas the Forest of Enchantment has a lot going on in the cards, which is fine. I don't mind. Sometimes I love simplicity, and sometimes I love a lot going on. But I don't know. It's hard to explain. Nonetheless, it's absolutely stunning, the Forest of Enchantment. But this one here, I can absolutely use. Look at the Sun card. And I did. This deck is nice and worn, and I have a couple copies of this one. I love it so much. I used to take this one with me when I used to go to the pub. Not this one, but my other copy. I used to sit and drink my brews. A couple years back, I stopped going because of good old Crohn's disease won't allow me to drink anymore. But I used to take the Green Witch Tarot was my choice, and I took my backup copy, public copy, and I used to bring that to the pub with me, and I would do readings there. This book, well, this deck, should I say, Tarot of the Witch's Garden. The guidebook is phenomenal. I love the guidebook. This too, like Rochelle had said, was a deck she couldn't wait for to come out. I couldn't either. I could not wait. Could not wait. This is linen cardstock. Here's the backs. I don't think the backs are entirely beautiful, but it's fine. This I've used a lot too, more for myself, but I have used it for clients. I feel like this one has some summery stuff in it, but or some summery vibes, but then we also get some wintry vibes as well. I love the squirrel. We've got like I would say like a mer creature here. She's probably a shapeshifter. We've got those ears, and then, you know, just speaking of how I look at the deck. But yeah, we've got a lot of summery vibes here. We have like, yeah, mermaid vibes here. Again, I'm not crazy on mermaids, but it's, you know, it's okay. Again, absolutely beautiful deck. I don't use it enough anymore. But it'll certainly remain with me. And in my collection. It's gorgeous. It's one of those, at first, as much as I wanted it when I first got it, I could not connect to this deck. As beautiful as it was, I would lay down cards in front of me and I would be just like, yeah, I don't think we're gonna get along. But then the more I took it out for like doing collective readings and stuff, the more I felt and got in tune with the vibes of the deck, and we fell in love, and now I can use it with no problem. But yeah, at first I had a really hard time getting on with it. Look at that Empress, beautiful. I hope the glare isn't horrible. I love this Ace of Cups and the Sun card. Beautiful, beautiful. So that was Tarot of the Witch's Garden. Still out. Still, you can still grab a copy. And if you don't have one, I definitely say go get your copy. Here we have the Bee Tarot. And this is just about as summary as it can get. This was another one that I could not wait for it to come out. Again, we've got another phenomenal book. However, many of the cards are gorgeous. I think this one, yes, this one is linen as well. Here's the backs, which are gorgeous. I'm not too attached to this deck. I still gotta try with this one. I mean, I can read it and everything. It's just, I think they went a little overboard on the bees. I get it. The name is the Bee Tarot, but I'll show you when we get there. But I mean, like, wow, right? Gorgeous. Definitely summery, because our bees are out in the summer. Wow. Now look, looking at it again after I haven't had it out in a while. I mean, I do like the deck. I don't dislike it. But, I'll show you. Like this here, all the bees all over the dress. I think that's just too much. We just don't need. And some of the cards have been renamed. I don't mind. They're easy to tell. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's definitely gorgeous. But I'll show you what I'm talking about. A couple of the cards just were like, yeah, that's just too much. But nonetheless, it's a very beautiful deck, and it definitely, look at this. I mean, really gorgeous. I'm trying to get to the card that I absolutely cannot stand. I want to say it is I love him so much. Oops, sorry, I'm out of the screen. It's so gorgeous. Look at the Empress is beautiful. This is another one. This is actually the Hierophant. They've renamed it. But it's another one. It's just, there's too much going on about the bees here, you know, just in my opinion. But there's two other ones that I don't love. But nonetheless, it's a beautiful deck. It's this one. Now, come on. That's just ridiculous looking, I think. It would have been fine with his big long beard and a couple bees. But to have the whole beard done in bees, I just thought was too much. When I first looked at that card, I was like, oh, come on. I mean, like, this here is perfect in these. But it's really... And this one here, not bad, though. The ribbon is of bees, and I think there was one more that was like completely covered. Yeah, this one. I don't like that. And if there's too many cards in a deck that I don't love, like this, oh, it's beautiful. I usually I'll put it in its box and I put it on the shelf. This Sun card is gorgeous. But this deck I do intend to use, and I have used it some. It's a great reader. But like I said, those few cards there, I think they just went a little overboard, but I do think it's beautiful. My next choice was the Everyday Enchantment by Poppy Palin. If you know this deck, you just know. There's the beautiful guidebook. This one does have, and I pull out a winter card. This one does have like all the seasons, but with the bright, vibrant colors, and you'll see, like here, she's out selling her crafts. The bright, vibrant colors just are very, she's got the windows open. Look how beautiful that card is. And it does give off summery vibes to me. Here we have the sunflowers. Again, a lot of greenery. To me, you know, that's summery. But very beautiful. And most of these decks I have walkthroughs here on my channel if you would like to see them all. Or if you would like to go back and look through every single card in a deck. I don't think I have any out that I didn't do reviews on, but I know I'm not going to have enough time to, and like here, very summery. So yeah, very bright colors, so I did choose that one for that reason. And the sun. You've got the sun shining, the butterfly, very summer vibes. Again, another deck I highly recommend. Poppy is no longer with us, and I'm sure that eventually one day this deck will no longer be around for purchase. So if you love it, definitely grab a copy. They have them right on Amazon. Next up, Sawyer's Path Tarot. Oh, I love this deck. This was at one time too my absolute favorite deck in the world. There's the backs. I have retired this deck, even though this copy I very rarely have used. My first copy I moved on a few years ago. I went through this thing where I was like, get all these decks out of my face. I mean, I was overwhelmed. But I went back on a rebuying binge. So this deck, unfortunately, I don't use because it's out of print. Yeah, and I just got done saying most of these decks are in print. This one's not. And if you find it, it's going to be hundreds. So I don't use this one, unfortunately, for that reason. Because I don't want to have to pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars to replace it. But On another note, you know, I don't think it should be a trophy either. I think it should be honored, loved, and used. So, looking at it, I want to use it. So, I think I shall pull it back out. But as you can see, we have very summery vibes. It's very bright. Again, the sun is shining on a lot of the cards. It's very sunshiny, clouds, and look at that death card. Very summery, mermaidy vibes. Again, the ocean, the sun and moon, the sun. So yes, that's why I chose this one for summery decks, because it is, to me, probably one of the most summery. Look at that Ace of Cups. And again, this deck here, Jamie Sawyer, you know, I've got most of her decks. She is amazing, amazing creator. The Sun card is one of the ugliest cards in this deck, though. That little thing, he looks like a little Grinch. But I loved it so much that I even got a the pouch for it from Moonlit Fae. So yeah, I gotta use that deck. I mean, I'm 48. What am I waiting for, right? Let's see. Next up, I'm gonna start going a little quicker now. I chose the Bone Stone. I don't really feel any wintry vibes off this one. I feel very summery. Like, this feels like a hot, hot summer day on the prairie. Back here, you know, it feels like heat. Again, we've got sunshine. This is, again, the Bone Stone and Earth Flesh Tarot. Look at all the greenery. This deck is out of print, my friends. You can find it, but it's going to cost an arm, a leg, an eye, a toe, a finger, you name it. But it is coming mass market, I believe, next year. I had first heard that it would be the end of this year, but I have now heard by 2025. So I wanted to find the Sun card because it's so gorgeous. And the Fool card. There's no Fool card like that. But it is coming mass market, so hang in there. The only unfortunate thing is, I believe around 15 or more cards have been changed in the mass market. So here's the Sun card with the maple and everything. Absolutely beautiful. If you're wondering about this pouch, it's got the two sides on it. I have two of them. I have one of butterflies and roses. You can't get them. I recently went back to her shop on Etsy, and she said she's no longer in business. She no longer sells them. So next up, I did pick one Oracle deck. I'm going to have to speed it up. I won't be able to put all the ones that I wanted in. This is Messages from the Mermaids. I absolutely love this Oracle deck. I just took it down today, too, because I was like, oh, shit, it's summer, man. I can bring out the mermaids. Even though I'm not a mermaid lover, I love this deck. I love this simple keywords down here. They deliver their message. I love it. As far as I know, but don't quote me, it's still in publish. And I'm sorry that I gotta go so fast, but I love this deck. I love, love, love it. You'll probably see it in my next collective reading. I mean, every single card I just love. And you can't get no more summery than that, right? I never got the Mermaid Tarot deck. I thought about it, but some of the cards were really ugly, and I hate to say that, but they were. All right, I have to throw this one in because this is my baby. Now, if you've seen my recent videos, the Wild Reflections Tarot, this is now my forever and ever deck. I honestly believe. But you do get all the seasons in this deck. But here we have some seashells. We're out here with a sunflower. Very bright and vibrant. But you do get a lot of the seasons in this deck. But you also get those summer vibes. And I had to add it because, like I said, it is my favorite deck now. This is my complete soul deck. Whereas it used to be the Light Sears. I mean, I will always have a special place for the Light Sears in my heart. Here we have some more summery vibes. And the sunflowers are just... But this deck, when I seen this deck, and then when I got it in my hands, I was like, oh my gosh. Look at that death card. Yes, I like the death card because it's my birth card. And death brings change. Again, very summery. So you get my gist. I have a full walkthrough that I just recently did on this one. And it is available on Amazon. So go get you a copy, because with Spell, I'm going to be honest, I'm not knocking anybody. They say one thing and do another. So you never know. I mean, all the backers, it was a Kickstarter deck. All the backers hadn't even received, I didn't back it, but all the backers hadn't even received their copies yet, and they already had it for sale for a much cheaper price on Amazon. Here we have the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. This is one of, newer to me. I mean, it's been around for a little bit, and I've always wanted it, just never got it. But I just recently got it. Edges came black. I don't mess around with edging and cutting my cards no more. I did it a couple times. So here we have it. This one's a glossy one. I think I'm going to go in and get the non-glossy one too. Very summer vibes here with the Ten of Cups. And look at this Nine of Cups. This deck is absolutely beautiful. I mean, you do have to wait a little bit. But it's worth the wait. It is gorgeous. It's a very good reader. Yeah, all of the cups are very mermaidy and very summery. Look. But all in all, I really like this deck. And, you know, it does have a few things I don't completely love. But for the most part, I really like this deck. It's got, look at this. Even as sad as the Three of Swords can be, look how beautiful. And I'm going to have to, yeah, look at the colors. I'm going to have to end. This will probably be my last one, but I will show the other few. So this is the Elemental Wisdom Tarot, another deck I would highly recommend. It is still in print. Look at the sun. Still in print. I would definitely get it from their website. I can never say the name. Terateca Studios. All right, so my other ones I was going to mention is the Light Sears. Everybody knows the Light Sears. And I was going to mention the Unfolding Path. This Might Hurt. This is the indie version. And the Genius Garden Tarot. But I don't have time because my video will run out, unfortunately. So thank you for joining me for these summer vibes, summer decks. Take care. Blessed be.